What is going on, everyone? Welcome to... Well, it broke. Anyways, nah, it didn't really break. But it kind of leads us into what you guys just saw me pick up. So we haven't spoken in a while. I haven't uploaded a video in a long time because there hasn't been really much going on with the car. Everything's been running well. Nothing to update. I mean, there's been updates, but it's all been boring stuff like water pump, electric water pumps, and figuring out the radiators and, well, fans and whatnot, but none of it exciting. But recently I ran into an issue with my throttle body. I was running a stock VR6 throttle body, which is sitting over there. Like, hold on, let me grab that. So this is that throttle body. And as you can see, I had welded onto it because I needed a compound bend to get from the manifold to the rest of the piping for the intercooler. So yeah, that, and I had 3-inch piping coming off of just slightly over 3-inch throttle body opening, so it was easy to weld on everything and get the fitting in there for intake air temp sensor as well. But that bit the dust, so throttle body wasn't working right, I thought, and I started working on changing it. So instead of going with another VR6 throttle body and welding that all up, which I thought my issue was the heat that I created when I welded this. I mean, I did do it in very small sections, waited for it to cool and all that, but anyways, I thought that was my issue, right? Over time, it just weakened it up. So I bought a Bosch throttle body. I bought the, I think it's 82mm, the one from the 997s that everybody seems to run on everything. My ECU runs that really easily, so I just threw that in and it bolted right up to my manifold. But I had one big issue, and that was going from the inlet for the throttle body, which was, I believe, 3.5-inch, to my piping, which was 3-inch, which was sort of what this was doing, and I also needed it to have this bend. So I had been 3D modeling for a little bit, and I was like, you know what, let's try to print this. So I bought a new 3D printer. Instead of trying to find somebody to do this part or just spending the money on all the parts and whatnot, I was like, let's try to print this. So we modeled this and we printed it. It takes like, I think it's like about 15 hours. Pretty much solid throughout, except for at the base where I have a little bit of infill because I didn't want to make it too thick. But overall, it's solid walls, 3-inch in, has a throttle body flange. All the way around there's bolt holes with recesses for the socket cap screws that hold it together, or socket cap bolts, except for this one here, which you can see we blocked by the bend, so that gets a stud to hold it together. So most of you are like, how's this gonna work? And I said the same thing, right? I was like, well, let's see. Well, we're gonna try. If it doesn't work, I have a 3D printer. I'd use it for a bunch more stuff, which I'll show you what else I made. But I've actually been running this, and now I'll point this over. So this adapter here has been on the car for a little while. Any of you who saw me at any car shows, I've been running this. Car's been making boost. I'm only running about 15 pounds of boost, but 15 pounds is 15 pounds. And it's been holding up great. And you would ask then why I printed out another one. And the reason I printed another one out was because of those learnings I showed you earlier. So this bolt hole is now doesn't have the recess, so that I could put a washer on here to hold the stud. It's much easier than what I have going on now. I also then went ahead and moved my IAT bung to a little closer to the throttle body, because right now it's a little low and too close to this mounting surface, so I can't get my silicone coupler around this. This is printed out of ASA. So ASA will withstand about 105 degrees Celsius, which is somewhere near over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it's like 230. Don't quote me on that, Google it. But anyways, it's had no issues with warping, glass deformation, holding the clamping forces, and all that stuff. A few other things that you'll notice, right, with this one and the one that I take out so we can inspect. there's not your usual seam line. The seam line is spread all throughout. As you can see, those are all those little scarf joints you see there. The reason we do that is so that there's no direct weak spot going all throughout the part. It's printed solid with layer lines, so it's 8 walls, I believe, or 9 walls of solid ASA holding it together. And I think the future part will also be printed in maybe ASA CF with some carbon fiber reinforcement or fiber reinforcement overall, glass fibers, just for a little more rigidity. But things been solid so far. Anyways, let's get the other one out. I've talked enough. Let's inspect it, see if anything crazy's happened. And one other thing, there's also an O-ring recess here. This is what you see. This white material is a support interface, so that way the two materials don't stick together, and it makes it easy to peel apart. So we'll clean this up, we'll take the other one out, and we'll check out what's going on. Now we have a better view of what it is we're working with. You'll notice here the bung I was talking about and how close that is to the mounting point or the bead that I have for the silicone pipe to go over. So that was moved now here. So a new part is completely cleared out, so we don't have all the support material anymore. You can see how it looks now with that gone. It looks pretty identical to the one that was removed before. We also went ahead and tapped the hole which you saw there. This is for the IAT sensor, so that way we could go ahead and thread that in, which I will do right now. That also seals with an O-ring against this housing as well. No recess necessary, it doesn't get bolted in that tightly. I'll snug that up with the ratchet and we're all set. You can see now how the IAT is perfectly placed there, sticking out into the airflow. Now we place the O-ring in. O-ring sticks pretty neatly in there, and that seals against the face of the throttle body. So the distance between here and this mounting flange is the difference between this flange here and the top of the throttle body, minus about I think 1.5 millimeters to allow the of course the O-ring to crush a bit. These sit in there like that. You can see that small gap we're talking about there, so that way when you compress it, the O-ring seals and we're all set. So that was that. The new piece is in. We're gonna go take the car for a test drive now. Hopefully I record this and let you guys hear it. If I don't, then I'm sorry. But anyways, part is in, as you can see there. Everything's bolted up. My IAT sensor is not plugged in, so I had to do that. There goes that. Much easier to access. And yeah, everything worked well, clamped up well. It's clearing the headlight a little better. Nothing's touching. And I'll show you guys what else I've been doing with these 3D print. First thing is this, which I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of these before, but this gauge pod has always been an issue for me. The first time I bought it, it was actually someone who did 3D print it, and not that it was bad, but it was bad. And the issue really that I had with it was that the AEM gauge went in and would just lock in after that because it wasn't big enough. It was like the perfect size. And then these other gauges also fit too tightly where I couldn't rotate them. So what I did was I made the barrels that hold them wider so that they held the AEM gauges perfectly. You can still rotate them if you want to a little bit, and they will release, which is the biggest thing. So you can get them out without breaking it. And then for these, you have to do a bit of tape just to add some thickness to it so that they slide in and hold well. But at least you could run both AEM or both whatever brand gauges you want up here. So these I am selling on my eBay and Etsy shop, so if you guys want to check those out, I'll have them in the description below. The next thing I designed was this phone mount. So it replaces the stock cup holder that never works for anyone. Thing always breaks, and it's a MagSafe mount, so it'll hold your phone there, which is pretty awesome. The wire is actually routed in and behind here, so you can see it there. And if I pull this out, so it's like a cassette, it'll slide in. And you can see the wire routed under, so it has a passage for it. And you can feed it behind the, what do you call it? Geez, behind the dashboard, so that way you have a clean look and no wires hanging when you go ahead and throw your phone on it, which is pretty sick. That one's also for sale on the Etsy shop if you guys want it. Again, not trying to push these, but figured they'd be convenient. I also managed to lose one of the snouts from my 1552 wheels, this guy, on the road. So I actually made 3D models of both the snout, which it's running one right now in gray, as you can see. And I also made 3D models of the nuts, so that way if I wanted to, I could just change color on the fly. All these parts are printed in ASA, so that way they withstand UV and of course the heat. That's also for the interior parts, just for a little bit of overkill, of course. And now lastly, back to the engine bay. So a few things here that I wanted of note. So I've been 3D printing some parts for here and there. None of these are of course for sale or anything like that. What I am looking for is someone who has a running 270 single turbo or is about to have a running one. And I'm trying to do this similar solution, but with a right angle pointing this way, so you could bolt right on to the 2.7T throttle body and not have to worry about the right angle boot or all that other stuff that you know have to run in this case. And I put an IAT bung on that too, so that just makes it all clean, or a map bung as well, so that way the people who are not running the map anywhere else or whatever it be could just run it right here. Makes it super simple, easy to replace, and I just want to get a car for testing. So somebody who wants to try it and isn't afraid to, you know, maybe get stuck because it didn't work. So yeah, with that said, thank you all for watching the video. Peace.